China. Explain why those are so important and what this framework agreement really means.
Well, there was a handshake in Geneva in May between these two big trading partners, right? And the U.S. had accused China of slow-walking the export of these rare earth minerals to the United States. So what are they? They're used in, high heat-resistant magnets that can be used in everything from cars to missiles to aircraft to really important parts of the American economy. And so what this meeting, this last couple of days really was trying to do is make sure that the Chinese didn't overuse that leverage they have, slow-walking those rare earth metals to just show how much power they have on these negotiations. So it sounds like, at least for now, the upbeat comments coming out of the White House, the trade team about resolving those issues.
Christine, let's switch over to inflation. New data shows that inflation only ticked up a little bit in May. Can you break down the numbers? Are the tariff policies being reflected in the report?
Mostly they're not really in there yet. When you think about this timing, this May timeline, you saw a pause on some of the worst tariffs earlier in the month, and also a lot of economists say much that was sold in car dealers and on shelves in May were pre-tariff inventories. Companies had rushed to buy stuff before the tariffs took effect, so you don't really see those price increases quite yet in these inflation numbers. Economists fear they'll be coming maybe later this year.
To that end, Christine, what should we expect from the Fed?
That's right, the Fed meets next week, and the president has said the Fed should cut rates a whole point. He said that they should be cutting rates right now. You typically cut rates when an economy is weak, and what we're seeing is an economy that's still holding in there with inflation still higher than the Fed's 2% target. The going wisdom, or the conventional wisdom, is for next week the Fed holds pat again on interest rates and doesn't cut next week.
All right, Christine Romans, thanks so much.
Well, after 8 weeks of testimony, Karen Reed's murder retrial